What's up, guys? Evergreen Fly Guy. I'm doing my intro and my outro post fly tying because I forgot to do it. So, pardon my cluttered computer desk in the background. But today we're doing the hare's ear, gold-ribbed hare's ear, and with a beadhead variation to it because I like fishing beadheads better than I do just regular ones. Nymphs. This is a great nymph. So it's on the top 25 list of the Field and Stream one we're doing. So that'll be on that, part of that. And that's about it. You're just gonna since we've already done it, it's just gonna roll right into it, and then you'll see me back right here for the outro. So sorry, but it's a good video still. Alright guys, so let me show you what we're getting into here. I believe these are both size 14. It probably won't focus. I have a bead and a hook here, nymph hook. I'm gonna go ahead and pop them together, and I'm gonna put them in my vise. Now, just a disclaimer: this hare's ear, I'm not too great at. But you know, practice makes perfect. So who knows? Maybe this one will come out really well. I hope so for you guys. Probably won't see it if it just comes out really bad. So there is that. I gotta make sure this isn't my vise really good and tight, because my vise is a little wonky. So with the bead head up there, it's gonna give it a little weight. If you want to add some more weight, I have some point 20 lead wire here, and it was a little big, so I'm trying to see if I have an alternate I could use, which I probably do. Alright, yeah, I'll use some of this. I have some UTC Ultra copper wire, which, I mean, it's probably not going to give it the same amount of sinking effect, but it's going to do what I want and just add a little bit of more weight and a little stuffing over there on that side. So we're just going to do it like we would the lead wire. Just find a spot here on the hook shank and just crank down a little bit. Twist it on real good. It's a little bit more difficult to operate than the lead, but that's okay. It's probably enough. I'm going to go ahead and trim both those sides. Alright, that should be good right about there. Alright, now I'm going to take, I got some brown, same thing, ultra thread, or uni thread, it's uni thread, my bad. And I don't know the size, unfortunately, because my little marker thing fell off. But it's fairly thick. I think I'll actually wind up using this for a lot of my dries and basic nymphs like this. I'm gonna go back up here and try to get that little part right here that's sticking up, kind of lay down a little bit. Okay, now I'm just gonna put myself like right there in the middle. I'm gonna clip this off the end. Now I'm gonna take some pheasant tail, just like this pheasant tail right here, and I'm just gonna grab a little piece off right in here. So this is kind of split off already on me. Just gonna grab a few fibers here. Try to at least. I have to take it over here. Yeah. Alright, once you get your fibers, you can go ahead and trim off this chunky, stocky, fuzzy part at the end. So you're just left with just the feathers. If you think they're going to be too long and they're going to cause you an issue, if you're using like a smaller one like I am, you can trim it up a little bit more. But I'm just gonna come and I'm gonna put like about a little bit of a distance there, just about, say, like an eyelet's worth, not too much of a tail. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab it in the middle here, buckle down. I'm gonna wrap all the way up to the head here, right behind the bead head. Try to keep all those fibers together, and then wrap back down on it as well. Same concept, trying to keep all the fibers together as best as possible. I think right about in there is probably good. Now at this point, I'm going to take some gold wire. This is a copper. It's a coppery type color, but I'm hoping it'll imitate the pattern pretty well. I don't think I'll have any issues, right? All right, I've got a good strip of it out. Probably don't even need that much. Break it down a little bit more. There we go. And I'm just going to grab it, wrap underneath, and get a hold of it real good and tie it in really well. All the way back down here. And I'm going to just get it out of my way. Try to get it out of my way. Leave my thread down here at the end. Alright, at this time, you're going to need some rabbit dubbing. This again is just some of the wholesale stuff. This is like mixed by somebody. There's not a brand name to it because it's some home done stuff. Here's what some commercial stuff might look like. This is rabbit olive dubbing. You could use olive on this if you wanted to, but for the traditional hare's ear, we're just going to use this gray, brownish deal. And it's a unique material. It's very fine, very fine and fluffy. It's exactly what a rabbit's ear would feel like, actually. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and spread it out on my hook here, spread it on my line here, just like I would with any other dubbing. And because of this is such a small hook, you don't need too much. And I'm just gonna wrap around. Right up there to that head of that right there. Now I'm just going to take about another kind of couple loose wraps to get to the center right here, where I'm going to wait, because I'm going to bring my pull that out of the way. I'm going to bring my wire around, and we're going to rib it and also give it a nice flashy color. This serves a few purposes. And now that that is in place there, we will cut it off with our thread. And then you can go ahead and you can helicopter it off, or like me, I'm just going to trim it off. Now we're right there at that. Now I've trapped that about a bead's head distance. We still have this little part right there. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take another, just a little bit less than what you did for the first part of this rabbit dubbing, and I'm going to rub it on here. This is probably already way too much, so let me just start out with little bits at a time here. I like to be precise with the dubbing. I don't like to overdub. I feel like you'll get left with a bunch of room and your fly just comes out, or too less room and your fly comes out real chunky. I hate overdubbing. I'd rather underdub than overdub. Then right up the head there. Don't think I need the rest of that, so I'll just pull it off the line. Now we're going to push this back forward one more time. Capture it with that thread around a couple times. What I like to do is, if you have like little extra fibers like that, I like to come in right underneath them with the scissors. Just trim that right up. Expose that bead head just a little bit more. There we go, that looks really good. I'm going to take my whip finish tool here. Put that right there on that bead head. Might be a little bit of a challenge. I'll put about 3. Well, that was probably 4, but it's okay. More is generally better. Trim that off right there. Now at this time, if you have loose fibers and stuff, you could go ahead and clean it up. I'll give you guys a close-up look at this guy. Or I'm gonna try to at least. Might have to wait. My camera's being weird. Basically, for the head cement, I'm trying out this loon right here. I'd like to do a video comparison for the future and you guys of the comparison between the hairline head cement and the loon head cement. So actually you're about to see me for the second time ever use it. It's kind of hard to tell how much is on there because I just need just a drop. Still a whole lot on there. That's all I'm gonna do right there. And that, guys, is your hair, your gold-ribbed hare's ear with a bead head. So if you like fishing nymphs, the hare's ear is an excellent nymph. And on top of that, traditionally it's fished without the bead head, but I tend to like bead head nymphs better. So I really hope you enjoyed this, guys. See you in just a second. All right, guys, that was the hare's ear nymph. Gold-ribbed hare's ear nymph. Sorry, it's got such a weird name. Basically it's just a hare's ear nymph. Really unique fly. It's one of the first. It's actually so far it's the first fly I've tied using rabbit's ear dubbing, and I like it. It's a nice material. It's very soft, very fluffy. It's easy to use. You wouldn't think it would be, but it's actually pretty easy to use. I'm gonna take a trip out to the Green River this weekend. Maybe try to get on some rainbows. Maybe on one of those. I'm also gonna be tying up some more BWOs and probably some Adams, because we have Adams on the list and I haven't done it for a video yet. Weirdly enough, the most common fly used I have not done yet, and I'd like to get on doing that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you like it helps me. This like therapeutic type thing for me. But get out there and catch some fish, guys.